Hey there, it's Pastor John with Coram Deo Church, and excited to share some news with you and to communicate how you can help us during an exciting season for our church. If you've been around Coram Deo Church for the last couple months, you know that we've been talking about dealing with the growth that we have here. We've got so many kids, and we've run out of kid space, and on Sundays it's getting tight for us in our worship space, and so we've been talking about the need to start a third service, and we're getting to the point where we need to start planning for that third service. So I want to take a moment to kind of share with you where we're at and then communicate some things that you can do, which would be incredibly helpful for us. As we have talked as elders, as we've gotten input from other churches and other pastors, and we've talked to our team members, we've come to the conclusion that we think the most helpful thing for us in this first step of growth is going to be to offer a third morning service. And we think what those services are going to look like is an 8:30 morning service, a 10 o'clock service, and an 11:30 service. And what that means is that everybody who's currently attending, whether you go to the 9:15 or the 11 o'clock service, everybody's going to need to make a decision as to what service they're going to attend. Now, there's some things that would be really helpful for us in terms of how we make this decision. Ideally, if you are currently going to the 11 o'clock service, it's going to be super helpful for us for you to transition to the 11:30 service. And what that means is instead of coming at 11 o'clock, you're going to come some 1,800 seconds later and be here at the 11:30. If you currently come to the 9:15 service, it would be most helpful if about half of you come to the 8:30 and about half of you come to the 10 o'clock. A breakdown that way will help provide the most amount of space for our kids and provide space for people who are continuing to come here. And so what we're going to be doing next week, not this week, but next week, okay, it's going to come out on the 26th of December. It's the day after Christmas. You know that some of you are going to be at home, sitting on couches, playing with your new iPhones or your iPads or whatever. What we're going to do is we're going to release a poll, and this is going to be on Facebook, and it's also going to be in an email that you will get from us on that Tuesday. And what this poll is going to do is going to give you an opportunity to communicate with us which service you or you and your family would be committed to attending together. We're also going to need to know how many kids you have and what classrooms they are currently attending, because what we're trying to do is figure out, one, does the 3 services work in the morning? Will it help address the space issues? And what kind of staffing do we need to have in order to best serve our body and pursue our mission as a church? So that poll on Facebook, or that's going to be in your email, is going to give you the option to identify which service you're going to commit to. Is it the 8:30? Is it the 10? Or is it the 11:30? And then it's going to also give you an opportunity to communicate with us how many kids you have, so we know what we need to do as far as kids programming for those services. So 3 services. We're working on the planning and the staffing to it, and so your input is super helpful. So please, sometime next week after Christmas, take some time to fill out that poll and send that in to us, and that will help us to begin the planning process for staffing and to see, is this going to actually be a solution to address our growing needs. So super excited to hear back from you, very thankful for the things that God is doing, and excited to see how this turns out. And in the meantime, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope to see you Christmas Eve morning, 9:15 and 11 o'clock, and then we're gathering again in the evening at 4 and 5:15 for our candlelight services. Looking forward to sharing that with you. Merry Christmas.